Alright, so in this video, we're going to talk about whether you should use free or paid traffic to grow your affiliate marketing business as a beginner. So let's cue the intro and get into the discussion here. Hey, it's Daniel P. Robertson here, and on this channel we talk about how to grow your audience, increase your influence, and get life-changing results with affiliate marketing. Now, in this video, we're discussing whether you should use free traffic or paid traffic to grow your business online using affiliate marketing. And there's a lot of different opinions on this. There's people who will argue either way, and so I'll give you kind of my advice and what I think about this. An important thing to consider is that either way, there's going to be a learning curve to this. You're going to need to take time and energy and put effort into this. And with paid traffic, you also are going to have a financial cost that goes along with this as well. So as a beginner, I believe that it's better to start and focus on free traffic methods, because most people as beginners don't have a significant budget to spend on advertising in order to learn and grow and figure this out, especially considering that when you're first starting out, you'll probably be losing money to start off with. Now, there are people out there that will argue and say that you need to be spending money to get faster results. But in many cases, the faster results are going to be results of what doesn't work, and you're going to be spending money to get that data of what doesn't work. The other alternative is, of course, to spend more time on figuring out what works and what doesn't work. So again, either way, there's going to be some time involved. There's going to be a learning curve involved. And if you have the budget for it, then yes, advertising can be a bit faster, especially if you're really learning how to test the ads and tweak the ads and just kind of adjust the ads and then they kind of tweak from there. But generally speaking, I believe that most people who are getting started don't really have a significant budget for advertising, and so it's better to use free content marketing. So here's kind of how this looks on the paid advertising side, is that you'd have, of course, a squeeze page. You'd run traffic to that squeeze page with an ad, but then you'd see that the ad's not converting at a rate that allows you to break even on your ad spend. And so then you have to tweak the ad, you have to adjust some things, you have to figure out what's not working about it, you have to figure out what to test, and then you have to run the variation, test the variation, see if that improves your stats. If it doesn't improve your stats, then you're back to the drawing board and you have to try again. If it does improve your stats, it may not improve your stats enough to where you're still not breaking even. So again, you have to go back and you have to test again. Now figure out something else to test and you test that element. So for example, you're only going to want to test one element at a time because you want to know which element have you changed that actually brought the result. If you test multiple elements, you're not going to get good data back. So for example, you might only test the headline. So you'd run two different headlines side by side, and whichever one performs better, that's the one you're going to pick. Next, you might take that headline and you might make another variation. So you might test another headline. So you might take the winning headline and another headline and test that. Then from that, you'll pick whichever one wins. So maybe this headline is still winning, so this one's a flop and you get rid of that. Maybe then you test another headline. So you keep doing that until you get your headline dialed in. Next, you might test the ad copy. So the ad copy is going to be the text, the sales copy underneath the headline. So then you have ad copy 1, ad copy 2, whichever one performs best, you keep, and you test another variation. And you keep doing that until you get that dialed in. And then you might test the image or video that goes along with that ad. So the image, you might have two different images that you use. And again, you pick whichever one wins, and you keep testing until you get it dialed in. So as you continue this process, eventually you're going to get to a point where you have your ad dialed in to the point where you can make a good return on ad spend to where you're basically breaking even pretty quickly. But chances are, especially if you're a beginner, it's going to take you a while to figure out how to get there. Plus, you're going to have to learn some things about how to write good copy, how to write good headlines, how to write good ad copy, how to pick a good image or a good video to go along with the ad. Plus, you're also going to have to test things like the actual landing page copy. So not just the ads itself, that's not the only thing you'll be testing. You'll also be having to test the actual landing page where you're generating the leads or the sales. In most cases, it would be leads. So you're going to have to test that as well. Again, on that you test the headline, the copy, the images, any testimonials you might have. You might even test the colors, the placement of the elements, where they're arranged on the page. So there's multiple things that you're going to have to test in order to get this dialed in and get it working for you. That's why I believe as a beginner, it can be very difficult to see success if you're doing advertising. Now it certainly can work if you're willing to put the time and the effort into learning these different things and testing these different elements out, and you have a budget that will allow you to test these elements effectively. But I believe as a beginner, again, it's better to focus on free traffic strategies, such as blogging or doing YouTube videos or something like Facebook or Instagram. Then that way you can work at trying different things out without having to spend money on it. You're spending time on doing it, and you're learning things as you're going along. And over time, you're going to see that improvement. As long as you keep going, you keep focusing, you keep learning. For example, if you're working on growing your business with a blog, then what you can do is you can just, the best way to do it is just write a lot of blog posts. And as you're growing the blog, you're going to be testing out different ideas. You're going to be writing different types of content. You're going to write, to different headlines. You're going to write different topics of blog posts. So you're going to be writing all these blog posts, and you're going to be publishing consistently, and you're going to be building up your authority. You're going to be building up your traffic within that niche. And it's going to be a process. It's going to take time. And you can do this. You can do this in your free time, even while you're still working a day job or have your other obligations going on. Now, here's something that I would consider doing is I would consider combining both of these methods together. So for this, you would, let's take YouTube for an example. So what you would do is you would research keywords, you would publish videos within your niche, and you would keep doing that consistently. And then while you're doing that, you might also have a YouTube ad running that maybe it will just be $5 a day, because that's pretty affordable for most people, just running an ad for $5 a day to get more views and subscribers onto your YouTube channel while you're doing the content marketing and the free traffic. So basically you're combining both together. So you'd focus primarily on creating the content to attract the audience to you. You'd focus on finding the keywords that work for ranking that content and doing good search engine optimization for it. But then also you're running ads to it to help collect data just a little bit faster, just to get a little bit faster results, get more views on your videos, just that much quicker, because you're spending $5 a day driving traffic to your YouTube channel and testing how that works for your brand, for your channel. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Do you like free traffic? Do you like paid traffic? And what do you think, if you're not a beginner, what do you think beginners should be using? Now, if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon, and we'll see you in the next video.